We have seen the family unit being attacked in our country for a long time.
BLM.
And why is it an abstract idea to think that a balanced human being would come from an upbringing that has both a masculine and a feminine influence? That's what's going to balance you. We do balance each other. That's what's so important about relationships. I wasn't content with where I was at to start with, and then my dad was diagnosed terminal, and we knew that this was coming. It was an 8-year process. Dementia killed him, and it was a slow and grueling process. But once the end was near, I went to my agency, and a lot of agencies, all cops listening will know exactly what I'm talking about. Your agency will say, hey, this agency puts family first, and we take care of you. And if you need anything, we got your back. We're here to help. There's a lot of lip service coming out of your chain of command. And when I went to my chief and I said, hey, my dad only has a couple more months left to live, as doctor said, and I need to be with my family to support them through this time. I'm happy to work out of the Seattle office for this time. And I already went and I coordinated with Seattle. I coordinated with headquarters, and everybody was on board. But my chief kept giving pushback, and he was like, Greg, you're one of the better deputies here. I can't lose you. You have to understand that I can't lose you. And then one day I got an email, and I'll fucking show it to you if you want to see it. I've saved it. And it said, hey, and it was from, I requested a medical hardship to be with my dad while he died. And they replied back to me, and it said, if you need to be with your father for the next couple months, he can consider moving to Los Angeles.
Wow.
And here's the thing. I am reasonable until I'm not. And as soon as I'm not reasonable, I will fucking fight to the fucking death. Like, that's how I'm wired. Once you push me past that point, like, okay, I tried to be reasonable, and now you came at me with this shit. So I walked in my supervisor's office. I showed him the email on my phone, and he's like, oh, hold on a second, Greg. I said, no. There is no fucking holding on a second. I said, I challenge anyone. I said, whoever sent this, his name was Brian Snell. I said, Brian Snell sent this to me from DC. Okay. I challenge any person in my chain of command to say this to my fucking face and see what happens. No, Greg, listen, I get it. No. I said, no, my fucking father is dying. I am trying to be reasonable so I can spend these last couple months with him. And this motherfucker said, why can't he just move to Los Angeles? And then icing on the cake at the bottom, it said, and if this is a financial hardship for your family, that is not a concern of the agency. That's what it said. And so I said, so you guys left me no choice. And I forget what the date was, but let's say it was Thursday. I was like, Monday morning, I'm moving home, with or without the agency. Okay, you guys aren't in charge of my life. I'm in charge of my life. And this is important. Yeah. So you always tell me I'm a good deputy, and you support me, and you know that I'm a team player. You say all this stuff. I'm gonna go see my father on Monday, and if the agency wants me to be a part of the agency, then you can figure out how to make that happen. But I'm fucking gone. And I did that. And here's the funny thing. The federal government can't fire you unless you do something criminal. Straight up. Like my file, I had nothing bad in my file. I was a good deputy. And so when I just went and moved home, literally for the next year, they kept saying, all right, Greg, you got to come back now. All right, Greg, you got to come back. Yeah. I was like, no, you know what? I'm not coming back.
Did you enjoy that? Was that it's like a girlfriend telling you like?
I had fun with it because I remember thinking, I'm like, man, if I didn't show up to work for 100 days in a row at McDonald's, I wouldn't have a fucking job anymore. Right?
Oh, Ronald come to your house and beat your ass.
I'm a deputy U.S. Marshal who hasn't went to work in 100 days, and they don't know what to do with me.